Hello and welcome to this video where I'm going to give you a short overview of the DecaScan application. DecaScan is the new utility from Decanect and can be found at Decanect.com. So what is it and why should you use it? The biggest gains in crypto come from getting in early on new token launches, but these are also the most risky. The problem here is that it's almost impossible for a regular user to identify the good tokens from the rug pulls. So how do we solve this? DecaScan is a web application built for crypto users that addresses this problem. It uses custom algorithms and machine learning to scan all Ethereum token launches and determine a risk score for each one. This cuts down your research time by 90% and also helps keep you safe from rug pulls. So let's get right in and take a look at what our app can do for you. Again, to access, just head over to Decanect.com where you'll find all of our products. So some of our tools are free to use and others require you to hold our Decanect token. So first up, let's take a look at some of our free tools. Our first free tool is the DecaScan bot. This is a Telegram bot that you can simply add to your channel and you can use it to scan any Ethereum contract address and it will give you a risk score for that token as well as a detailed breakdown on how it calculated the score. Our second free tool will list all newly deployed Ethereum contracts that have met our initial security scans but that have not had liquidity added yet. So these are continually scanned until liquidity has been added, and then we'll do some further scanning and security checks on them. So these two tools, you can use them today completely free, and they'll help keep you safe from rug pulls and also cut down on your research time. Now, next up, let's jump over to our paid tier. So access to these products require you to hold our Decanect token. The required amount will always be listed on our homepage here. It's currently at 20,000 Decanect tokens, and this may be subject to change. So to verify that you're holding our token, you need to connect your wallet. To do that, simply click on Connect on the top right. You'll see a couple of different wallet options, but you can choose whichever wallet you use. Personally, I use Block Wallet, so I'll click on Injected. I'll click Next, and then I'll click Connect. Okay, so your wallet address will appear with your token balance. Now, before we go into the app in detail, I just want to give you a quick summary of the four main sections. So, first up is the Just Launched section. In here, you'll see all newly launched tokens which have passed our basic security scanning. The tokens you see here should still be considered very high risk until more time has passed to allow further scanning by our software. This section, we filter out obvious scams and rug pulls, but you will still need to do your own research on these before investing. Next up is our Degen section. So tokens that have passed more advanced security scanning get promoted from the Just Launch section into the Degen section, and they're generally tokens that have reached 30k market cap and passed some more checks. These are still risky, however, they're considered less risky than the tokens that have just launched. Next up is our Moonshots section. So these tokens here will have survived the security scans that took place in the first two sections, and they've usually reached 100k market cap. So these ones are considered much safer than any tokens in the first two, but again, we always recommend that you do your own research before investing. And then lastly is our deleted token section. So this will list tokens which hit 50k market cap, but which our scanning software has rejected. Now, we have this section for a couple of reasons. First of all, it allows us to improve our algorithms and our scanning technology, as sometimes we may delete a token by mistake. So we show these here publicly as we want to be as transparent as possible, so you can see how our software is improving in real time. Okay, so let's jump in and take a detailed look at the app. So for the demo, I'm going to hop into the Just Launch section. Okay, so let's take a deep dive into the app and show you how it works. So I'm in the Just Launch section here, and as you can see, it'll pick up a card for each Just Launch token that it wants to display. So for the demo, I'm going to use this one over here, Can. So if I'm a user and I'm coming into this app and I want to decide whether or not I'm going to invest in this token, what would I do? So I can see it's a pretty new token. It was created 31 minutes ago. I have access to the contract address, to the deployer wallet. I've got access to see whether it's verified. You can see it is verified. It's not renounced. Security on our side hasn't passed. This is very common for items that are very new. And we can see the market cap is quite low at 45k market cap, but it's 3x in the last 10 minutes. So there's obviously a lot of buy activity. And if I want to go into a deep dive, I click on chart and it brings me straight to DEX tools. So let's jump back and see what else we pick up here. So we pick up liquidity locks, we pick up the liquidity pool, 7 Ethereum, and we pick up how much tokens the developer has in the developer wallet. They're currently at 0%, so that's what we like to see. Now, there are a couple of warnings you'll see here. So one is saying wait. What we mean by that is we need more time to continue scanning this. So all tokens are continuously scanned, and we check certain things every 60 seconds, others every 5 minutes, and others every 10 minutes. Because the token can obviously, from a security point of view, change as time goes by. So this is saying wait, and it's also telling me to check honeypot, which again, it's always good to do a second check on a second service. So if I see this, I'm going to click honeypot. And as you can see, it's also failed on honeypot. So I'm probably not going to invest in this token if I see that combination of warnings. Now, we also have a score here, which is separate to warnings. You'll see the score increase and decrease depending on what the token is doing. So again, this is another layer of checking that we do. So keep an eye on the token that you're interested in. You'll see the score go up or down. Again, 58% for this, kind of an average score, but based on the other checks, I would not buy this at this time. Now, an additional tab you'll see down here for some tokens that are very fresh is a data tab. So let's take a look in there. So again, what's interesting here is we will pick up all of the events from the deployer wallet and show them to you here if the dev is transferring tokens or a percentage of the supply. We'll display all that in here and give you a link to the DecaScan transaction if you want to do more research. And then from the contract address point of view, we'll also take a look at that. So my face is kind of blocking it here, but as you can see, it'll pick up stuff like contract creation and when liquidity is added. You'll also see stuff here if the developer rugs and he takes liquidity away. So we'll track all of that as well. So let's jump back. So that's a quick demo. The other stuff here is pretty self-explanatory. Sometimes if they're available, we'll pick up the Telegram and Twitter links, and we'll always recommend that you jump in the socials, see if the Telegram is alive, ask some questions, and do a bit more research before you decide to invest. Our tool will save you hours of research time. It'll get you 90 to 95% of the way there, but you're always going to have to do that final bit of checking yourself. Now for this token, what I would do here is I would wait. I'll probably wait another hour, come back to the tool. If it fails more security, we will give a warning here and then we'll possibly delete it so that we can protect people from rug pulls. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. Any questions on how to use the tool, any feedback on this tool as we just launched it, please hop on our Telegram, give us feedback, ask any questions you want, and I hope you enjoy using it. Thank you.